Okay, I think that we are live right now. Um, Let me double check.
Oh
I
yeah, I
think we
think so.
are. Yeah. Okay. Well, since we are live, hi everyone. Good morning. My name is Belle Brooke, and I have a guest today. It's Sierra. I don't know which side you're at, but
I believe.
this is Sierra.
Yeah. Hey
Good morning,
guys.
everyone. Um, Leah was here earlier. Um, Good
Okay.
morning, Leah. It's so good to see you. I know it's afternoon in France.
Word.
Um, yeah, Annie's also here. She's ready to get some words in. Um, Hannah came by. Hey, Hannah. She said, just popping in to say happy first stream on the channel. I can't stay, but wish everyone good reading. Thank you, Hannah. Also, I think you're in school and you have finals soon, so good luck with that.
Mhm.
Uh, That's okay. That's okay. Ian's here. Good morning, Ian.
Hey Ian.
Thank you, Hannah. Hand me a shuffle. It's okay. It was a first stream. Okay, what is everyone working on? What will you be working on today, Sierra?
I am going to be working on my Hazel Bagley story. You know, her and her pebbles.
Mm,
Um, yeah, just trying to finish this scene. Try to get about 2,000 words, hopefully.
wow. Okay. I hope I am going to do the same as you do. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're writing, like what it's about, just like a little intro about it?
Oh yeah. So Hazel Bagley is her story is just a story inside of a short story collection that I'm making. Um,
Mhm.
the short story collection as a whole is Sleeping Uglies is the title of it.
I
Um,
like that.
yeah, it's really just it's pretty much West African folklore with a couple of different themes like identity and just
Mm.
the bizarre happening to ordinary people because that's what I like to write. Um, so yeah, it's coming along pretty great, and I can't wait for y'all to read it.
Okay, I've been dying to ask you because I saw your last video and you were talking about Hazel and her character, and I wanted to ask you, why did you choose West African folklore? Is there a specific reason that you're choosing that one?
So West African folklore has always interested me, and where
Mhm,
I live, and like the Virginia, North Carolina area, there's a
mhm,
lot of like tales around West African folklore, and
totally.
a lot of people they don't realize how many movies, like horror movies, or scary stories, or bedtime stories, and stuff like that, that actually come from West African folklore. Um,
Mhm.
and it's just, I don't know, it's just always interested me, and I wanted to create a collection on it, so I did.
Oh, nice. Okay, I think I told you I'm reading a short story collection as well. And when you said that you were going to make one, I'm reading this right now and it's so good. It's more fantasy versus like horror.
Mhm.
Um, but it is a little dark. But it is really good. And when you said that you were going to do short story, I was like, I'm reading short story collection. And I think it's great because like when you have short stories, you can finish fast. And then the next day it's something new, or like next week you can read another one and pick back
Mhm.
up on it. And that's what I'm doing with this one, since I
Yeah.
have so many things to read, apparently. But that's but I really like your concept, and I love when you talked about your character. I was like, I love that. I love that this girl has all these things happening, and there's a reason why she is the way that she is.
Yeah, yeah. I
Really,
love
really
dark.
like it.
I love dark. So we're the same on that.
I've just gotten into dark stories mostly because I avoided it for many years because of the nature of my job
Mhm.
previously. So I've like from the person who have committed these dark things, I've heard it, and I sometimes I dream about it, and sometimes it kind of leaks into my life, and so I had some distance with that. But now that it's been years, now I can
Yeah.
dabble back at it again. So that's really great. So
Oh, yeah, I see. Wait,
yeah, mm,
so I seen because I think I looked at your subs. Was it on Substack? I think it was on Substack, and I think I
mhm,
saw something about your your job. Were you working with like young, like juveniles in a
Yes.
detention center or something like that? Or
Yes. Yes. But specifically the ones who have committed adult crimes
Mm.
at that age. And here in Texas, if it's an adult crime, it has to be like a felony, like murder or like aggravated assault or
Oh wow.
SA. I can't say it. I don't think I can say it here
Right.
on YouTube. But things like that, like, or victims of said things, you know.
Mhm.
So it's from a child's perspective, and yet it's not an experience a child should have, if that makes sense. So, and plus their families and so on and so forth. Or
Right.
sometimes I've had like their parents before come to
Mhm.
me. So it's kind of like sadly generational sometimes. So
Yeah, most of the time.
yeah,
Sadly.
yes.
That would be an interesting collection right there. You know, like a
Yeah, it's been a few years. There's a law against that, but the years have passed, and even though I'm no longer a therapist, I'm still following those rules just for
oh
their
right.
protection and their privacy. Yeah. But I'm gonna catch up on the chat real quick. Leah says, I need to do so many things besides writing, like packing my suitcase. Oh yeah, you're going to Edinburgh. That's gonna be
Mm.
so much fun. I hope you vlog with your new camera, Leah, because I'd love to see that. Take me on your trip virtually.
Mhm. Yes. And is this for you going there to help with your story too a little bit?
Yeah, I think Leah's novella takes place in Edinburgh. Please
Mhm.
correct this if
Yes,
we're
she
wrong.
said it. I know you're right. She said it.
Yeah, because you interviewed her not too long ago, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ian says I should be working my big boy job, but I think I'll write for a bit and make up time. Ah, thank you, Ian.
Mm.
Yeah, I need to do some writing too. I didn't really do anything yesterday. I mean, I wrote 800 words, but not my typical. Leah loves dark stories. And Hannah says, let my brain just decide to stop writing as soon as I said it. I remember. It's okay, Hannah. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to be live streaming with Hannah at the end of the month, and I'm excited. I think with Jess as well, so that'll be fun. And he says she's drafting, and Leah says, I'm so hyped about my new camera. Yeah, me too. I can't wait to see it in action. My novella takes place in an also like fantasy films loosely based on Scotland.
Okay.
Europe has the vibes, right? So I should probably talk about what I'm doing. I'm going to be drafting draft two. It's a lot
Mhm.
of word for drafting. I'm going to do draft two today for my eco fantasy with a subplot of romance
Mhm.
called Project BK. It's going. I
Going.
don't know what else to say. It's going. I want to finish it by the end of July, and that's why I'm doing these live streams with friends so that
Mhm.
you guys can hold me accountable. And if I look like a mess, it's because I'm sweating so bad right now.
Yeah.
Before I got on Sierra, I actually ran a mile, so I was like sweating so
Ooh,
much.
you don't
But I
look
wanted.
bad.
Oh, thank you. I wiped the sweat off, so and I have the fan on. So if you guys are ready, I think if it's okay with you, we'll do 25 minutes of sprinting. Is that okay, Sierra?
That's okay.
25 minutes of sprinting and like 5 or 10 minutes of a break. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And if you guys have any questions for us, just put it in the chat and we'll answer it when we get back to it. Um, what about you, Sierra? Do you have any questions or anything to add before we actually start writing?
I don't have any questions in particular right now. Maybe in a second, maybe after I'm done, I'm gonna have some questions.
Okay. Also, guys, Sierra has this podcast where she interviews author tubers, and I really like it. I watched some of her stuff. I think I was in the middle of watching. I'm going backwards. I think your most recent one was Leah's, right? But you haven't posted that yet. I'm not quite sure. I've seen the
Yeah.
shorts that you put, so I'm
Mhm.
waiting for that one. I've seen parts of Domi's as well, but she has a podcast where she interviews author tubers and she makes them right on the spot, which It's nerve-wracking, but I think very challenging, and I think it's good for everyone. So
It is, and we're waiting to get you on there too.
you just let me know, girl. Let me know.
Th- Y'all hear that, don't you? She said, "Let her know." So
Yeah,
y'all,
let me know.
we gonna see.
Oh God, it's good for me. If it's scary, if something's scary, it probably means I need to do it. So
Exactly.
we're gonna go ahead and write. So good luck, everyone. If you guys have questions, just put it on the chat. So let me get it started. Leah says, "We're going right on the spot." Thanks,
Yeah.
Leah. It's terrifying, but I'll do it. Okay, guys. Good luck on your sprint, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. That kind of scared me. How did you do, Sierra?
I did pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, I did
How
pretty
did
good.
yeah?
I got, uh, I got a good 300 words.
300 words. Let me see it. I don't even know where. I got same, like 290, about 300, so 290 words because I kept changing things.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. How did everyone else do? I know some of y'all are drafting like Annie. I hate when I write and then I change it, and then I write and I change it. So
Right. I
yeah.
do the same thing. It's like just like in Dami when I was watching her do her
Mhm.
story, I was like, I do the same exact thing because what she does is she'll write like a couple paragraphs and then she'll stop, go all the way back to the top, and then like
Mhm.
fill things in with extra detail or take things out. And I was like, that's the same thing that I do. Like,
Yes. Ooh, Annie got 702 words. Girl, you're always on fire. Like, how do you write that much? Like, that is crazy.
it's
That's
crazy.
really good though. But I do the same thing. Like, I have been having trouble with dialogue because I hate how unnatural it sounds. And I find that whenever it sounds unnatural, it's because it doesn't match the character's voice and the
Mhm.
way that they're supposed to be. And that's a big indicator to me, like I'm missing something. So I go back to make sure that I'm adjusting to make sure that like it matches everything, if that makes
Mhm.
sense, like the way the characters is supposed to be.
Mhm.
But I'm about to finish a scene because it's a scene where my female protagonist is going to like fight this girl who does not want her to be there because you know how girls are, right? Like there's
Okay.
always this animosity when they feel threatened, and I just
Right.
wanted to showcase that, right? And sometimes you have to like almost kind of fight that girl to just say, to just
Just to say,
say what's
you
up.
can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
yeah, like you can't step all over me. And that's what's happening with my female protagonist because she's kind of like, not kind of, she has been isolated for a really long time. So she
Mhm.
doesn't really know like the social cues and all the things that girls kind of do. She just knows that she has to prove herself because if not, then she won't like be part of this group of people that fight against this other group of people, and she needs to be a part of it.
Okay.
So, but you know how girls are. That's what I'm trying to showcase. And if women say no, that's not, it is accurate. It's just not physical. Typically verbal and emotional.
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean, it depends who we talking about, but
yeah,
yeah,
that is true.
the larger mass probably is mostly verbal. And it's mostly
Yeah,
really for no reason. I mean, you think
there's
something
always
in
a
your head,
reason though.
right? Right. It could be. It could be. But
Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of girls, I mean, including myself when I was like younger years,
Hmm.
you just it's just something about being around other girls that you don't know, and you automatically assume like
Hmm.
they are um mean girls. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, yes. And the thing is, like, this side character isn't exactly mean. She just feels a little threatened, because their group is kind of like a family, and sometimes when outsiders come, you just want to defend, right? So, and that's
ooh.
what it is. And of course, being threatened and all that.
Mhm.
But that's where I'm at, and I'm trying to like navigate through that because these are like, I say kids, right? But they're like in their 20s, like, mid 20s. And to me, that's still kind of like being a kid in its own way. Because I'm old, because I feel like I'm old. So, but I'm trying to navigate that because sometimes it's hard. It's hard to go through that, especially when you're trying to be a part of something. So,
Yeah. I mean,
uh,
does she win the fight or?
no, she doesn't. I'll tell you that she doesn't. Because
So
you
she
can't.
repress the issue and then lose.
Yes, she's not gonna win. I think that
Oh
a lot of
no.
like fantasy heroines tend to be so overpowered, but in reality, like I don't want that because that's
Mm,
not like you just can't. Like if you've been isolated for so long, how can you win against somebody physically who's been training all their life, right?
right.
It's just not possible. So, and that's gonna, they'll have a rematch in the future.
Okay.
Leah says that she did absolutely nothing. It's a shame. No, it is not a shame. It's okay to do nothing sometimes.
No, Leah needs to be working on that story that we was talking about before.
She said she was the other day. I think she was like, yeah, she said it in the Discord. She was um, reworking it a little bit. Also,
Okay.
if my cat jumps, she just found out that I'm here. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
guys see her attacking me, she likes to be in the stream. And he says, turns out having an outline helps tremendously. So sorry to all the other books I tried to pants. Yes, I am finding that out too because I pantsed the first draft and the second draft. I did a reverse outline and it's been very helpful.
Mm.
Leah asked Annie how detailed is your outline, and she said it's kind of like a zero draft thing. So I have most of the dialogue and I get to focus on character voice. Yay, and the scripture. Okay, yes, I need to send it to you, Sierra. She was reworking it.
Ah, and look, there the cat goes right there. She said, I've been looking for you everywhere.
I know I locked the door. She managed to open it.
Oh,
She likes to be here. Jumping in late. Hey, Sarita. How's everyone going this morning? We're
we're doing
doing
good.
good. How are you, girl? Oh my God. Guys, I'm sorry. She's just going to be here. Please stop. Okay.
Okay.
But what was the scene that you were writing about, Sierra? I was wondering about that.
So the scene that I'm on now is where Miss Lou, which Miss Lou is the voodoo queen that comes and is kind of
Mm.
guiding Hazel through this process uh, with
Mhm,
the doll that she's given in the pebbles.
mhm.
And so she makes a return to where Hazel is, and she's giving her it's like she's calling right now. It's just the mysterious, like a mysterious green pebble. It's like a bonus, not a bonus pebble, but like an extra pebble for other reasons that she needs at this point from because she's about ready to use her red pebble, which is the last pebble. Um, which it'll make sense when you read it. But anyway, so it's the scene where she comes back and they're discussing things that's happened and she's getting that green pebble and then using her red one, and it's like a big moment in the story, pretty much.
Cool. So is this the first story of the short stories, or is this like second or third of the short story collection?
When I find out, you will find out because because sometimes you just got to write them all out and then decide
Hmm.
what order it's going to be in.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's important in short stories because if you start with a story that doesn't grab them, then
Hmm.
they're not really gonna. They may read the second story, but you need it set up in a way where they want to keep reading um, the other
Hmm.
stories in the collection. So I don't know, and this is gonna be the longest one too in there.
Oh, okay, okay. It'd be cool. I don't know. Like these pebbles, do they have like some sort of power, or like do they grant wishes or something?
So what they do is, so when she uses the pebble, this is really how it works. It's magical anyway.
Hmm.
Um, that she puts it in the doll's mouth. It has to be certain time, whatever. She puts the pebble in the doll's mouth, and then the pebble returns with an item and
Oh.
kind of like a not a story, but something related to an event that happened in the past. Because the whole reason is for her to be closer to the other side of herself that she doesn't know.
Hmm.
Um, and some of it comes with pain, some of it comes with
Ah.
from a loving place. But yes, it's magical in a way.
Mm. It and it has like it's definitely different from this story that I think it's a Stephen. Is it Stephen King? I'm not quite sure, but do you know the story of the one with the monkey with the fingers where it just like whenever you make a wish, it just goes like it's a horror one. I think it's based on a short story. It's like a stuffed monkey and like and it has like a hand or something, and it goes down every time you make a wish, but something bad happens. But it's based
Is it
around these two brothers or something.
the like the monkey paw one?
Yeah,
I
the
think
monkey one.
yeah, I think I know
But
what you're talking about.
it kind of reminds you of that for some reason. But I know
Oh,
it's completely different from yours.
yeah.
But it does grant wishes too. But I think they made a movie out of it too. But
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, it's a good one. Sorry about my cat, guys. She just likes to be here, and she'll probably come attack me soon. So, do you guys have any other questions? How is y'all's writing? What are you like? Did I even ask the people that are watching what your projects are or like what
Yeah,
it's
we did.
about? Oops. So now I'm asking. I'm asking now. But I think I was telling Sierra that there's a scene that's coming up and it's a lot of action, and that's something that I also need to work on because description, just like Annie said, is a nay sometimes. Monkey's paw, Ian.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Not Stephen, not Stephen King. Okay.
well, Stephen King did have something about a monkey. I don't know what, because I know what you're talking about. He had a story. I don't know if it was like a golden. I don't know. I don't know.
Like, did he have like a
We got this.
but good, she's gonna go. But yeah, thank you, Ian. Yeah. That's what it reminded me, the monkey's paw. I did not know it was written by someone else. My bad. Misinformation. That's how misinformation spreads. It's not by Stephen King.
He would make something like that.
Oh, Leah, I'm glad you love Momo. She's no longer in heat, thank God, because that would be an interesting thing for you guys to see.
Oh, so his was just the monkey. You know those like monkeys that have the
yeah, so that also grants wishes too, I think. So if I remember correctly, there's like two brothers or something that are trying to escape it that keeps following them. Something like that. I know it became a movie.
Yeah, it did.
But what is something that you are going to be working on in the next sprint?
Who, me? Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I thought you. I'm gonna. So I'm gonna continue this scene right here because I'm almost done. I'm almost done with it, and then I'm just gonna move on. You know, I'm just gonna keep chugging along.
Yes, I feel the same way. I am almost done with the scene, and I think that I'm gonna end the chapter there and move on to chapter 11 and get to the fight between these girls, like making these women fights. Just sometimes that's how it happens. Before? Me physically?
Yeah.
Close. In the locker room in high school with this girl. And I still remember her name. It was during lunchtime in the locker room. And I still remember her name. And she and I are cordial now on Facebook. I've actually given her some advice. And it was over a boy, guys. It was so stupid. Like, it was so dumb.
What? So, yeah. Like, she was like, and then what happened? You was like,
she was
right.
I was so mad that I hit the locker, and I think I scared her. So she stopped. She stopped being a trifling.
I'm dead.
I'm not gonna say that word, but she stopped being ridiculous, and we just left it at that. So almost a fight. Yeah, I already had my girls with me too. It was so stupid.
Not the girls with y'all, so y'all came in your little crew.
Yeah, we did. It was ridiculous. I'm telling you, it was so stupid. Being young was dumb, but that's what makes life rich, I guess, being with all those experiences.
Yeah. Learn lessons.
Oh, Ian says that was in Skeleton Crew, Stephen King. Oh.
So you're going to say, hold on now, you playing it. Let me see.
Sierra has the book.
How did I? Well, that might be where I remembered it from. Okay, it's literally the fourth story, the monkey.
Thanks, Ian. You are always so knowledgeable. All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and move to our next sprint since you guys don't have any questions. But if you guys do, let us know down below. I want to finish this scene and get it done because I need these characters to fight each other. So
Me too.
I'm gonna go to, we're gonna do another 25-minute sprint and good luck, everybody.
All right.
Okay. Sierra Snack. How did everyone do? Hi, Mick. Good morning. Welcome back, Sierra.
Yeah, I had to use the
Good morning, Renee. How are you guys? How did y'all do with that? Yeah, let me see. What about right now? Is my voice still robotic?
Oh, yeah, you do. You sound robotic.
Oh, I do. Let's see. Okay, do I sound robotic still?
All right, look, the roboticness is gone, but we do have you lagging a little bit. Like, you know, like them bad movies that got the over voice.
Okay, Mick says, I love how he says your voice is super robotic. Maybe I am a robot, guys. Who knows?
Ooh, there we go.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. All right. I think it was my AirPods. They were just dying. That's all. So if you guys don't mind some of the sound in my office. Mick said she's been exposed. Yeah. I'm an Android, guys. So thanks, Renee. How'd you do with your sprint?
Oh, I did. You know, I did what I had to do that time, I think. You know, I got a good, let me look. Let me give you a good count because, you know, if I had to say it, I'm going to give myself more. I got 520 words.
Nice. And you finished your scene?
No, I did not.
Oh.
But I'm right there. I'm like, right?
Yeah. I just ended that chapter and I started a new one. I figured I could put the fight between the girls in the next chapter. So it's like a little bit of a cliffhanger to get the tension going and then do a fight. But I think I got about, again, 300 words, about 300 words. So, and this time it's following a different character because, I mean, it's not like, it's multiple perspectives, but only for the main characters in the story. So it's following another character's perspective of the protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
And, I find it easier to write his perspective the most. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Leah says that she started chapter by chapter outline. Oh, cool. How are you using the template I sent you? And if so, is it helpful for you? I wonder. I don't know. If not, that's okay. Like it's more like a blur of a chapter. It's already that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. How did you guys do in the chat? Like, how was y'all's writing sprint? In the middle of the sprint, my cat totally scratched me up. So she got pissed because I wasn't paying attention to her. So there's that. Ian said he wrote something in book 3 because I wrote what it was referencing in book 2. This is why I'm waiting until all 6 are done before publishing so I can fix continuity problems across books. Ooh, and you're already... Aren't you already writing book 5 or book 6, Ian? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I can't wait for it to be released. I would love to be one of the first few people to read it. Because I'm very interested because space and crime, that's pretty cool. Leah says it's a bit complicated for me, the template you sent me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do think that reading Story Genius can help you understand it because once you read it, it makes better sense. But I just based it off of that, and it really helps me keep track of character development, the subplots, the locations, and the things that need to happen. And Nick says, I was just easing into my writing session this morning, so just reading what I last wrote, and I'm about to rewrite a chapter. Nick, how is your drafting going? Because I know you're also doing your second draft, right? How's that going for you?
Yeah, draft 2.
Ian's writing book 6, but sending 2 and 3 off to an editor. Nice. Oh, you've only been like writing for what?
Jesus.
Right? My goodness, he's like
Book 6.
just getting it out there. That's amazing. Meanwhile, I'm still on the first book of this. Let's see. Renee says, it just got in because my kid's bus broke down this morning. Oh no. So I had to take my kids to school this morning. So I was only able to make some cinnamon toast for breakfast. Hey, that's really productive, actually. That sounds so good. Cinnamon toast.
Right. You need to fuel up first.
Yeah. My kids will wake up in like 30 minutes. So. Let's see. Nick says, oh, I'm about to start reading Story Genius. Are you using this type of outline for drafting or editing? So Story Genius is really good. There's this, I need to mark it. There's a part where it has a chart where on how to write a scene, and it is really helpful. And I actually used it when I reverse outlined my first draft to see any like plot holes and things like that. So I edited it through that, but I ended up actually doing a complete rewrite of draft 2, and it has evolved into something else. I think I've talked to you about it. Like, it's just completely different from the first draft. It still has the same themes, but it's just evolved. It's better. I'll tell you that. And a lot of it has to do because of Story Genius. It helped me like really develop the protagonist and the way I want her to be. But yeah, I hope that helps. Yes, on to draft 2. The story is coming out a lot better this time since it's also a complete rewrite. Oh, I feel better when you said that because mine is a complete rewrite. Because the first draft was absolutely a dumpster fire. Yeah, the story feels full. Yeah, I feel like the first draft ended up just becoming like a discovery kind of writing, just to get to know the character and the plot. And now the second draft just feels more cohesive. And I think, and it's not going to be perfect because there's other drafts to do, but it's much better than the first draft. Jess is here. Hi, good morning, Jess. Sarita is also still here. She said, I started a new chapter, so it took a bit to get into it, which seems to be my norm with new chapters. I totally understand. I feel like a blank page is very intimidating sometimes. So it's starting to pick up speed, so there's that. Okay. Ian saying hello. Renee saying hello. Mick says, that's so exciting. I love that. Okay, I'm really good to make this up now. I hope Story Genius with Save the Cat novel, if you combine them, works really well when it comes to plot structure, like the structure of the book. So it's been very helpful in that sense. Leah says hello. What about you, Sierra? Do you have like any books that has helped you with your writing? Because I know you're very much like you get it from the heart kind of girl, right?
Yes. Yeah, definitely from the heart. I mean, I don't know. I've just never tried to look at any books or anything in regards to writing, like as far as structure. But I mean, I do look a lot at like I was saying before, masterclass, and I'll kind of like just to get my brain like pumping before I write, and look at like Margaret Atwood and her instructor videos and stuff like that. She has some very good points when it comes to like character development or like structure in general. But yeah, like if I'm ever feeling maybe like stuck on something, I'll just look at those videos and untangle what I'm stuck on. But yeah, I've never really looked into any books about it.
I think it's with the first draft, I didn't read any of the any books or anything. I just got it out. Just kind of did it the most natural way. I'm sorry, my cat is trying to. Dude, what is wrong with you? Okay. Sorry, I have my first draft here and she was pawing through it. But with the first draft, I kind of just went with what was just there, like just writing from the heart. But I did notice like it skipped around a lot and it was all over the place. So I needed to tighten it. And once I read some books to help me kind of just gather everything together, it made it more cohesive and made the characters more, whole, I guess. But I've always wanted to check out those master classes that you mentioned, even Jess too. Can you tell us like what you think about those master classes, if it's worth it?
I mean, to be honest, I find it worth it. I mean, there's a like variety of great, writers, classic writers, and it gives me a lot of inspiration, but it also gives me a lot of information that I might even not know that I was looking for first place. But it comes with like a lot of different like PDFs and things like that, and worksheets, and even things like to test yourself and try out, like homework, if you will. But I mean, I think it is worth it. It's like your own pace. There's worksheets if you like to actually read it and do things that way. But yeah, it's actually helped me a lot.
That's really good. How long are the classes?
So it varies, but from what I've noticed, they're usually about maybe 30 to 40 minutes a class. Some of them are like 20 minutes. But yeah, and there's like 20 something classes per instructor. Yeah, and they touch base on a lot of different things.
Very cool. So Jess wanted to do one of those master classes. That's why I asked. I think that's really cool that they now have that so that you could do it at your own pace, especially because life gets so busy,
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you a question, and if you guys have questions too, please let us know below. What are your plans when it comes to publishing, if you are going to publish your short stories, Sierra?
So for the longest time, I never really cared about publishing. Honestly, I never even thought about it, because I was just writing, and that was just what it was. And then literally recently, like the end of last year, I started looking up about publishing and learning about like self-publishing, TradPub. And at first I was like, okay, if I do decide to publish, I might go for the self-publishing route. But then the more I learned about like, traditional versus self-pub, I was like, I don't know. Now I feel like I've changed my mind, and like I would prefer traditional publishing to at least try it out first. And then if all else fails, you know what I'm saying, and I just get tired of doing it, then I'll probably self-publish.
What was the biggest thing that turned you towards traditional publishing?
The biggest thing I would have to say would be having a literary agent, somebody that, for one, knows all the marketing. Like, they can get your book out there a lot better than you can on your own as far as marketing goes. And having someone that not having to find everything yourself, like if you plan on getting an editor, when you get to the marketing phase, when you can have someone there that's ready to go to bat for your book. And it's less stress, I think, for TradPub. The only thing I think would be is if I have to, if there's anything that they try to like change about my story, or not having too much control over what I wrote. But yeah, those would be the main reasons, really.
Yeah. It sounds like it sounds better when somebody that knows their market is able to sell your books to publishing houses, and they also know how to do the marketing as well, and you don't have to really worry about that. It is a lot less stressful than self-pub, because I do have a lot of friends who have self-pub, and they do a lot of the marketing, which I enjoy personally. There's a lot of indie authors on Instagram, and I love reading their books. I actually have quite a bit of them to read next month as well. There's a lot of releases, and I like to. And the thing is, like, I think Cody also released his the Ghostwriters Club recently. Like, he did a lot of marketing. He did so much, and I think that's awesome. And it is also hard work.
I got it right here. Look,
I have mine in my Kindle.
nah.
Like, the is so good. That's awesome.
Right. You can tell you put a lot of work into this.
Yeah, that's a lot of work into it. And the design is just amazing. But I think that's trad publishing. If you find the right agent, I mean, I think that your vision will come to fruition, you know?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have one last sprint. Are you willing to do one last sprint, or do you have to go? Because I know you have kiddos too, Sierra.
Oh no, I'm good. Look at me. I'm good. I can get this last sprint in.
Okay, let's do this last sprint, because I feel like a lot of people are. Hey, Araya. A lot of people are getting their groove on, and me too. I want to at least finish this scene.
You're feeling it? You're ready to get. You're getting into the. Yeah, you just ended the last scene, right? So you're about to get into the tumble.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to have you.
Hello, everybody.
Read the tumble part out. Hey, cute.
So let's go ahead and do this last sprint, guys. If you guys have any questions, let us know in the comments. I'm ready to get this scene going. So let me pop this up here. All right. You guys ready? Alrighty. Hello. Okay, that kind of scared me a little bit. Okay. How did you guys do? How'd you do, Sierra? Ooh, your mic is off.
I'm dead. All right, so I was doing pretty good again. You know, it's one of those days where it's just like
I agree. That last writing sprint was really good. I wrote 500 words. Also, if you guys hear my daughter coming, she's gonna come in here. So she's about to come in. So, but yeah, it was a good sprint. The chime always scares me. Okay, that was way better. 635 words for Sarita. Hi, good morning, Shelly. Hi, baby. Good morning. Stay right there, okay? Hi.
635 words. Wow, you did a good job.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. My toddler is here. AJ, hi. And Ian says, it's coming compile alpha reader notes on book 3. You gotta show us how you organize your feedback one of these days, Ian. That would be a great video to see.
Mm-hmm.
It was a better session, and I'm glad that I got to like sprint with you guys. What about everyone else? How was y'all sprint? Okay, let's see. Arai says, I was driving to work, but I was praying with you guys in spirit. Yes, baby, just okay.
You know what? Go back. Where is the cute? Let's kick out Araya off the off the street.
Yeah, please don't write and drive. That's as dangerous as texting and driving, if not worse. Yes, will do. There's a ton of it, okay? Yes, she did some sewing. I can't wait to see it. I love like when you post pictures on your Instagram of what you've created. Let's see. This session was much better. Like I feel like certain scenes just go faster than some other scenes. So I really enjoyed that one. And Sierra was on fire with her last one. It looks like you were like
I was like
yeah. So we are running out of time here. I'm so glad that I got to stream with you, Sierra. Thank you so much for waking up early with me and writing and just being here. And for everyone else who's watching, thank you so much for joining. I do plan to do this at least every other week or at least weekly because I need to get the second draft done. And I am most creative in the morning because the rest of the day I'm with my kids and my brain just melts. You know what I'm, Sierra. If there's nothing else, do you guys have any questions or anything else? What about you, Sierra, before we go?
Do I have any questions? Oh my gosh. Did you I do have one question. How far did you get into the scene?
So they already started fighting, and I noticed that I haven't really showcased like the magic of my story. So that's what I'm also doing with the fight. Like it's mana, so it's a life force. So I'm trying to make sure I'm showing it through description. So it's a lot of description. So it's going. So they're about to beat the crap out of each other, or at least this one girl is.
Right. She's gonna get beat up this time.
Yes. Ian, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Also, check out Sierra's channel. She has her podcast and also her videos. I love your talking video, Sierra. It's good. I love listening to you. Like, even if it's a regular video, I have you running like a podcast and just listening to you talk while I'm doing dishes or laundry.
Well, thank you. You know, I've been doing the same thing. I was just thinking the same thing about you.
Oh, thanks. Raya, I am hoping to finish my second draft by the end of July at the latest. So I will be doing that. And if you ever want to stream with me, let me know. Just hit me up. And Ash is here. Hey, Ash. I love Ash's voice. It is so soothing to me. So I loved y'all. Your stream was Sorsha yesterday. Really enjoyed that while I was cooking.
What? I missed it. Oh,
Yeah,
I was out of commission.
yes. It was in the afternoon. Sarita says, thanks for the live. This is super productive. I've never written before kids wake up. Might have to make a regular occurrence now. Yes, Sarita. Let me know if you want to write together because that will wake you up. So let me know. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I am going to maybe write a little bit. I think CK has a stream later this afternoon. I am also going to be there because I want to finish this chapter by tomorrow. I'm trying to write like 3 chapters a week if possible to meet my self-imposed deadline. So that's what I'm doing. But without further ado, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys check out Sierra's channel and subscribe to her. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Bye. Okay.